Bonjour tout le monde, j'espère que vous allez bien. Today we are going to uncover and unfold a mystery. When to take TEF Canada exam. How do you know and when do you know that you're actually ready to take this wonderful, nerve-wracking exam? So let's get on to the video. For those of you who do not know me, this is Ankita Agrawal. I'm TEF Canada French language expert and I'm here to help all of you to land Canada PR through the route of French. Follow for more, subscribe to my channel and like the video. Let's start the video. Right, so if you're watching this video, I assume that you're somebody who is interested in taking the TEF Canada exam and would like to understand first that what exactly TEF Canada exam is. For those of you who do not know, TEF Canada exam is the exam which helps us, rather I would say it's a key to the Canada PR and it's the most reasonable key out of all of the options we have out there in the market. Now, first let's just dive into the fact that what exactly the TEF Canada format is. Now, TEF Canada, like you have in IELTS and CELBIP, 4 sections: reading, writing, listening and speaking. Similarly, in the TEF Canada, we have oral comprehension, written comprehension, speaking comprehension and listening comprehension. Now, to start with the listening exam, first you will be given 40 NCQ questions. Now, 40 NCQ questions is still something to be able to do a guesswork there, and you will be given 40 minutes. But let me tell you, listening is really a pain point. For those of you who want to understand the listening format well, please go ahead and watch this video wherein I have given you all tips, tricks and how to understand the entire listening system of TEF Canada exam is given in this video. Moving further is the reading, which is the comprehensive écrit. You will be given 60 minutes. Again, 40 questions, MCQ based. Guesswork is fine because there's no negative marking, neither in listening nor in reading. If you then that means that we do not suggest you to leave any space. Just go ahead and do your guesswork if required. Written expression, which is express your écrit in French, is a writing exam. You will be given 2 tasks. The first task is the Fait, a short article wherein you will be given a line and a phrase and you have to complete a story after that. And the next one is a letter writing where it will be an argument given and you have to take a side whether you support that argument or you do not support that argument or you have a nuanced opinion. For those of you who wants to understand the writing structure well, follow my playlist. You will be given 60 minutes and you only have the option of TEF. That means you do not have a paper or pen based exam anymore. You have to type. So you have to be proficient with your typing speed. Talking about the speaking exam, again, you will be given 2 tasks. Section A, Section B. I have created a separate video on the Section A for you to understand how exactly the Section A looks like. And this is a fantastic video as a demo to understand this is the level you would like to achieve. And for the Section B, you will be asked to convince your examiner as a friend to do that activity basis the question you will be given. So this is exactly the exam format looks like, and you must score B2 in each module. I would rather say B2 plus because according to the grid given here, you should have this particular score to be able to get CLB 7. Now, let's understand for a non-native or a first-time French learner beginner how exactly the roadmap would be. You need to reach at least a CLB 7 and for that you should have at least CEFR level B1. What does it mean? That once you reach to the level of B1, you would be somebody who would have enough vocab bank, would understand the French sound, words, vocabulary, and also the listening audio comprehension, which is super important. This journey takes about 6 to 8 months because even though you would try and take the exam before that, by all means go ahead because book now word is very tempting. However, you would have very minor or negligible, or I would say almost no chance of clearing the TEF Canada exam because you wouldn't know by then enough vocabulary, sounds, understand, reading, speaking, listening, and that can be a deal breaker for you. Once you have reached to the level of B1, start doing the TEF specific preparation. Now there's a difference between learning French and getting ready for the exam. When you get ready for the exam, it's same like we learn English since childhood, and then when you have to take IELTS or when you have to take self-pip, we still need few weeks or days to be able to clear the exam. Similarly, when you learn French up until level of B1 or B2, you still need 2 to 3 months to prepare the speaking, writing, listening, reading according to the exam structure and format. Going further, I would strongly advocate revising the entire bit for a month, because your head would be spinning at that time with lots and lots of intake, and in order to digest that, you would need a month's time to absorb and to align your entire strategy, revise it, process it, and absorb it. And finally, go ahead and press that book now button. That is where your actual first attempt should be, nothing before that, because if you do that, it is expensive. Not only do you spend money on something which you could have saved, but on the other hand, it could be little heartbreaking when you do not pass any exam, because that is where your hopes start getting diminished. Trust me guys, reaching the CEFR B1 level for anyone who is non-native, it does take time. It is a language learning process. It takes time. TEF is a marathon. It is actually not a sprint, wherein you need to have a strong foundation of grammar, vocabulary, accents, and structure. Structure bases the exam format. Because I do come across a lot of consultation calls in a day wherein people do book the exam just by learning French for 2 months or 3 months, which is actually not sufficient or enough, because that is something is just maybe a test or taste taker, not a test taker. You're just gonna go and understand how the exam structure looks like. But of course, every attempt does cost close to $400 versus 25,000 INR if you take the exam in India, because that's where I am from. And I would also say that if you have a tutor, it's amazing. It is fantastic, whether online, offline, because tutor does help you, does guide you well, and does help you with making the entire process shorten from 1.5 years to 2 years, maybe to up until 8 months to 10 months. Now, again, it depends on you that how much effort you are putting it equally, because no tutor is good or bad. Maybe the strategies are here and there, but what matters is that how much effort you're putting, because at the end, it's your exam. It's you who has to really absorb that, take that in the exam center. Now, for the mock practice, we do recommend taking the TEF official guide preparatory book. Otherwise, you do have the Prep My Future. For those of you who do not know, Prep My Future is the online platform, official platform advocated by the CCIP Paris, and they do have a lot of mock practice, listening, writing, reading, and speaking. But of course, speaking and writing is not really much which Prep My Future plays with. They are giving you a better platform rather for the reading and listening. So leverage that, understand the structure well, so that before you hit that exam, you know what's something that is waiting for you. Apart from that, I strongly advocate getting your write-up corrections done by somebody who's professional. And last but not the least, you should have a speaking partner, or rather, if you have a coach, that is even better, so that you can have a guided coaching, and you can also get your speaking correction feedback taken. So how it works with us is that I take the consultation calls, and I also take the one-on-one classes. So people who would like to take only specific training about the speaking or the writing, please feel free to contact us. We do have bandwidth available right now, and we are helping lots and lots of students. Finally, after having taken the lots and lots of mock tests in the Prep My Future, I would say go and hit the the button of Book Now exam. But again, the entire trajectory takes around minimum of 8 months. Maximum it can be 1.5 years to 2 years, depending on the person's circumstances, ability and availability. Besides all of that, what I just said, it is still possible that you may not clear in the very first attempt or even after third attempts, because sometimes you lag in listening, sometimes you lag in writing, and of course the luck factor does play a big role in all of this as well. My recommendation here would be just take the exam, but after taking the exam, wait for the result to arrive. I do see students booking the next exam before they get the result. That is something I will not recommend, because here you're not evaluating your weaker areas. You're just signing up the exam again and again without working on the weaker areas. So it is super important to work on your weaker areas and also to balance your stronger areas, because in TEF exam for the following attempt, you do not want to miss out on any module. That will be definitely a nightmare. For example, a student who got C1 in speaking may get a B1 in the next attempt if he or she doesn't align the speaking section well or do not practice, coming into the overconfidence, yes, I got C1 in the first attempt. So that can also be another factor of you losing out on the TEF Canada exam score. So I will not recommend you to do that. So to sum up, all in all, give yourself enough time before you hit the Book Now button. Second, do enough mock practice, leverage Prep My Future, follow the TEF Canada book, and of course follow our channel. I do have a lot of repository. If you need something, feel free to contact me. I'll be very happy to assist you. And apart from that, last but not the least, stay motivated, because it's a long journey. It's going to be your lifestyle. You're adapting a communication skill in your journey, in your life, and hats off to you, because you're somebody who is ready to take this challenge in the life. Merci beaucoup. Au revoir.